Coming in at number 22 on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings, we're going to the Calgary Hitmen, where we find Ben Kindel.
Whew, Ross, I've been excited about this one. We've had people commenting, when's the Ben Kindel profile? Where's Ben Kindel? He played with Yak. We saw him on all the highlights. Well, here it is. Ben Kindel of the Calgary Hitmen, a right shot that plays center, but also can play the wing. So some versatility there. You love to see that. In 65 games with the Hitmen, he had 35 goals, 64 points, 64 assists, 1 point shy of hitting triple digits, 99 points on the year, a plus 39. And he kept things rolling in the playoffs with 15 points in 11 games. And he didn't stop there. He had a great tournament at the U18s with Team Canada, 7 points in 5 games.
And what we love about Ben Kindel is the vision and the offensive ability. He's not the fastest guy, not even close in this draft class to being at the top end of that. But there's a difference between speed and playing with pace. And Ben Kindel has mastered the art of pace, whether that's a deceptive little head fake to go one way, whether that's a curl back, whether it's just buying his teammates some time. It's impressive to see him when he has the puck on his stick and his off puck play in the offensive zone. McKeen's the highest on him on our rankings at 18th overall. Elite Prospects has him at 20. Scott Wheeler at 21. Locked On NHL Prospects at 22. Bob McKenzie's midterms, he was at 25. Craig Button at 27. And just Corey Prodman isn't sold. Not a first-round pick in his eyes at 36 overall. At the Combine, he came in at 5'10", 180 pounds. He's an April birthday, so turned 18 during the playoffs. And I'm just going to go out and say it, Pillsy. This guy reminds me of the way Claude Giroux plays hockey.
All right. I like it. And I mean, there's a lot of reasons to like Ben Kindel. He had 60 points as a WHL rookie, so he stepped onto the scene and was killing it. He finished 7th in points this season in the WHL as a whole. He was 2nd on the Hitmen in points. He led the Hitmen in power play assists with 26. He had 33 power play points overall. And Ross, you mentioned he reminds you of Claude Giroux. What's Claude Giroux good at? Snapping back the puck in the faceoff dot. He was 54.4% on about 1,000 faceoffs. So sometimes he's slotted as a winger, but he played center with the Hitmen, and he can play wing as well. I love watching this guy's highlights, Ross. And like I mentioned, if you're a fan of Carter Yakimchuk, which most Sens fans are, you saw a lot of Kindel and Yakimchuk with great chemistry. He has that move where he loads up for a one-timer and then slides it over to Yak, who you would think Yak would be at the top of the umbrella. Yak shifts over to get on the flank, and Kindel goes there for the one-timer and fakes it and slides it over to Yakimchuk, and he blasts it home. I must have saw 7-8 times where they were able to do that on the power play. His dad was a pro soccer player, so not a pro hockey in the genes, but a pro athlete. So that's always good to have as well. I'm so sold on Ben Kindel, Ross. Like his ability to shoot, he's got confidence to beat goalies cleanly from range. He's got the deceptiveness to make it look like he's going to take that shot, then just slide it over to a teammate. I know he's not the biggest guy or the fastest guy, but he just has so many other skills that I'm willing to overlook that.
Easy to consider making a bet on him in the middle of the first round because of not only the offensive punch that we've already highlighted, but he's a 3-zone guy. Like, he's not going to hurt you defensively. He's not going to be someone who can't be relied upon in certain situations. He has all sorts of tools that I believe will translate to the National Hockey League. And I think he's going to be a consistent middle six player that not only can play there because of his own skill, but that the way he plays will make his teammates better. And he can help elevate those guys to be even better players. So it's, to me, a no-brainer that if he's on the board for the Ottawa Senators, he should be highly considered as the choice at 21st overall.
He is my favorite player to be drafted at 21st overall realistically for the Ottawa Senators, even more than Blake Fiddler. I just see the upside that Ben Kindel has is just so impressive. I think he's going to develop really well. I think he adds a little bit more offensive potential than some of the prospects the Ottawa Senators have in their pool right now. The versatility of playing center or the wing, I think, will come in handy, just like Claude Giroux. I don't know if he's available and the Ottawa Senators don't draft him, I would need to hear a lot of good reasons why the player they picked instead of him was their choice. I think I'm making it pretty obvious here, Ross. Ben Kindel is a 5-star guy for me. Man, I want the Ottawa Senators to draft this guy so badly. I really think he's going to be available at 21, Ross. We don't have a lot of other scouts, or our rankings don't really have him much higher than 21. And I think when you start going through the list, and we've done our mock draft, there's not teams that are going to reach on him before the Sens, in my opinion. So come on, let's do it. Ben Kindel, 21st overall for your Ottawa Senators. Let's go.
He just makes so much sense. And is he typically the type of prospect Ottawa would take early? No, but I think that makes it even more special that you could have that. We do know, though, the Sens scouts love connections, and the fact that he plays with Yak, I think, could be beneficial.
And plays well.
And the Sens could have did have a lot of views of Ben Kindel this past season. Some of the notes in the elite prospects profile on their draft guide is like crafty, skill, composure, clinical, manipulation. It's all these high hockey IQ skill sets for him. And I think that you add that in with the passing ability that he has. He's got a pretty decent shot too as well. Like, I love Ben Kindel, and they call his elevator pitch relentless pace vision, mid-range scoring, and defensive details define this hardworking forwards game. Their shades of is Clayton Keller. And if he ends up like Clayton Keller, the Ottawa Senators would be getting a complete steal at 21st overall. But with an average ranking of 24.23, Ben Kindel comes in on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings at 22nd overall.